Neverness to Everness currently has its official closed beta test. I was lucky enough to get in and check out the game, including all of the characters. Compared to the Chinese closed beta that we had a couple of months ago, we have a couple of new characters, and most of the existing characters got their animations improved. One of the new characters is Hathor, and I think she is the most interesting character in the game, and is also one of the strongest characters. So her normal basic attack chain includes air combo. Her E skill can either be tapped for AoE damage or can be hold, press down, so she charges it up and deals more damage. Her ultimate skill summons a bike and puts her in the emergency delivery state, so this is an alternative state where she has another moveset and her E skill gets replaced with the motorbike attack.
Just getting warmed up. Route secured. Target confirmed.
Next we have another one of my favorite characters, which is Lacrimosa. So she's a ranged element dealer. She can basically summon constructs. So her basic attack, she just shoots range. Her E skill, she basically sneezes and she sneezes out these constructs, which is a AoE ranged attack. And her ultimate skill, she summons a big construct, like for example a car, which then crashes down on the enemy. So this is also an AoE attack. Next we have Fadia, which fights with a coffin. She's a melee damage dealer that scales off HP. And her ultimate, she starts off with a heavy attack with her coffin and then goes into a stance where she has a switched moveset, and after 5 attacks you go back into the normal base stance. Additionally, the ultimate skill also heals.
Intimacy through pain.
The current on-banner character in the closed beta test is Nunally. I think many people have seen her already because she has this defy gravity skill. Basically, if you press her E skill, gravity doesn't matter anymore to her, so you can walk along the roof or walk along the walls. And her ultimate attack, she summons Underboss, which is an entity that always performs a follow-up attack. The most fun 4-star character currently in the game, in my opinion, is Mint, which is the cat girl that you will also see on all of the promotion materials. So her normal E skill is just a damage skill, and her ultimate is an AoE damage skill. But I think what makes this character really unique is if you hold the basic attack button, because then she is transforming into a tornado, and you can also move around while in tornado form. Next we have Skia, which is a character that I haven't played personally too much. However, he's a good old melee DPS character, and what makes him unique, he has this ability where he can basically sink in the ground and then become this traveling black puddle on the ground. Both his skill as well as his ultimate have a pretty big AoE range.
All in a day's work.
Next we have Adler, which is another 4-star character that you get really early in the game by following the story. So this is a character that's scaling off of defense, so his ultimate skill is AoE damage skill, scaling off of defense, and his E skill is providing a shield to your entire team.
Everything with form is unreal. Dispel.
Another new character is Baicang, which is basically a DOT character. His ultimate basically is a domain expansion where if you stay in the area and you hit the enemy, you will also heal. And the heal is based off his max HP. However, the damage he's dealing is not HP based.
Words spoken aloud must be honored. Keep quiet.
Last but not least, we have Sakiri, which has Demon as a weapon, Demon on a stick. It's called Kiro Maru. And her skill has basically two modes. One is if you press it, it will suck in the enemy. And if you hold the E skill, you basically create an area that defies gravity. And the ultimate is basically the opposite. It enhances gravity. So basically you can knock the enemies up, freeze them in mid-air with your E skill, and then smash them down with like 5 or 6 times gravity with your ultimate skill. So those are all the characters that are currently in the game as of day 1 of the closed beta test. I've seen a couple of more interesting characters teased that are not in yet. I guess they will probably be released at a later point in time. Once this happens, I will make an updated version with all of the new characters. If you want to check out the game for yourself, make sure to pre-register. I leave the link in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.
360, roll it, slash! Stubborn thing. It won't be nullified no matter how much I attack it. Looks like we'll have to contain it. But now that I look at it, it's actually quite